Oh, did this mic thing turn on? Usually vibrates. Let me just see. Alright, she's on. Hit Minnie again. So I wanted to retie some of these. I put way too much of this flash blend in it that it's just super rigid and it traps the crafter. Crafter doesn't even move. The crafter actually acts like this, but oh no, it's not. You know, if not like super close up, you know, those are nice. I like the coloring. Tied this months ago. Cool. And want to tie more of these too, which is the crafter, but to add some color instead of the sharp. I gave my alcohol markers to my mom. I got the chisel tips accidentally. I want the brush tips because really want them to draw with, but added benefit here. I'm not the best with the Sharpie. It's a little cakey, but I really like the marabou, even just a wrap of marabou. Add some bleeding color in there, and that's the hair tinsel. I want to try to figure out the best place to add it. Adding it on the sides, like I did here, in the water, they splay out a little bit. And what else? Oh yeah, this really liked. Most of the ones that I tried in this did not look good at all. But this, the only thing I want to add is either a tuft, so probably marabou, I guess. Oh, or crafter here. So it has a belt, like a reverse tied crafter here, so it adds to a belt. Because then it'll look like a chunky little thing. So I want, oh, I didn't show the pearl hair tinsel with the flash. I could dip it again. I should dip it again. Oh, it just looks really nice. It's so fishy. I'm still in the everything blows my mind phase. I don't know if you can really tell. Fishy as heck, though. And the crystal flash. I gotta find that listing that was shared in. Because even just a few strands, when feathers or crafter or marabou are wet on top of it, it looks so scaly. It blows my mind every time. That's pretty nice, but I overdid it with the materials. I was taking everything for a swim today. Well, in the bucket. It was another rainy day. The hair tinsel. Trying to find the largest pack I could come across on Scamazon, but whatever, you know, whatever. I was looking for beauty shops near, but I can't find any that have hair tinsel. But I am going to get some builder gel so nail artists, I don't know if you've seen these videos, they have this magical powder called builder gel, and it doesn't turn into said builder gel until they dip a paintbrush in a liquid, some form of liquid, and then however much of the liquid the brush picks up. Hey Wendy. Hello Ron. this builder gel stuff that the nail artists use. A friend of mine messaged me the fishing lure nail art, and it reminded me of it again. But to sculpt all kinds of different, I always mispronounce it, carapaces, carapaces, and shells, all kinds of things, builder gel. They dip a brush in this liquid and then dip the liquid in the powder. However much liquid is absorbed into the brush, it picks up like that amount of powder in a glob, and it immediately starts turning into this liquid, and you just dab it into shape and hit it with a UV light. It looks like sorcery. Probably is, but you know, you live once, and that stuff looks really fun. There's a few things that I see. Can't remember the girl's name. It's like Sandbox or something, like nostalgic. It'll have to come to me. But I'm gonna tie another one of these little guys. So, oops, sorry. Is that as close as it could get? Let's see. I still need to get a chair, but my computer chair is like somewhere, I don't know. I haven't opened any of the boxes of my stuff yet because it's being brought down like every week or two. I get a shipment of little remnants of my life. Really bizarre, man, but it is what it is. Gonna try to get some more hooks in the next few days. It's like every time it hits 6 o'clock, I'm like, oh yeah, hooks. And that's when it closes. I think that's because it gets to the perfect walking temperature. So by the time 6 rolls around, I'm like, what did I need to do today? Because before then it's like death ray, solar death ray. So he grabbed such a small amount. I'm not up. Let's get some thread on here. Jeez. I always do that. I cut the and my heart stops for a second. Then I have to find something to hold the materials with. Which I have a bag of clasps, but another thing, I didn't pack any of my stuff, so but all of my belongings are in these tiny little boxes. And some of them, it's labeled, man. It's gonna be a weird experience unpacking it. It's my whole dang life is a weird experience, to be honest. But I think that's what makes me me. But I was thinking about streaming it, cause half the stuff I'm gonna try to get rid of. Sorry. I really don't want to run out of this. There's 2 fly shops in the whole state of Florida, and none of them carry flysmith thread, that's for sure. But, you know, I do have a shopping list. I don't know when I'm gonna make it to Boca, because I realize I have to make it out of the door first, but getting there. So let's see. I want to add a little bit of flash to the back, so when the craft fair, I'm wondering if I should add it up more so it has time to go back. Because some of the ones that I did that with, the the flash like in the tail like that. The craft fur was it just, I think maybe I'm being nitpicky, but trying to figure out a good placement for it. Because I do want to make some hyper flashy things. I want Barracuda real bad. And all I know is they're really fast. And so they must go for like things that dart around all crazy. So make like a hyperactive just flash. I think that'll be. I gotta look up the measurements for Barracuda for catch and not release. I'm hungry. I'm really hungry. I can break out the menu in a second. Sand perch is like maybe the shoreline bluegill or rock pile bluegill, saltwater bluegill. The sand perch we refer to as sand perch, at least in this area, and like my dad's era. I don't know how long, but because there's a few fish referred to as sand perch. And oh, I know. I'll just use this flash. I'm gonna need this. Probably not that. Because I want to make some that has chartreuse. And I could probably just like make the core the color and then makes the flash some of that color. That could be cool. I don't have any chartreuse chenille or anything, but I have some really, that dubbing. This stuff. Because it's such a small hook, and it's just to trail color throughout the body, maybe. Because I really, really like how this stuff ends up bleeding together. So, yeah, I'm going to use that. Because this is all I have. And not chartreuse, but like a limey green. Because that's some doo-doo water, so... everything is like yellowed. And I think that'll be too thick. Do also want to bring this in. And I might as well here show this. Ooh, how long is that? I like the long fiber ISO because you could put it in, believe it or not, Tigo Fly, I think, on Amazon. Hey, Run! Oh, hello, hey, how you been, Boom? Oh, I have not, but I meant to look up the other day Victorian hair flies, because I know the like hair art, if you will, was really poppin' in the Victorian days, like amongst more than just nobles or what have you. Gavin, I'm only now really starting to really get to see how they move, and I'm on cloud 9 right now because I've been waiting to bring them over to Blue Heron where I swim, where it's always like good swimming, like you could always at least get in the water, and there's big concrete pylons so you get a little nest, but just haven't one thing after another out of nowhere. Just been piling them up, like, and I was just full of uncertainty on how anything moved. But just finally dumped my bucket out and just filled that with water, and holy trucks! There's loads I haven't seen yet, but oh, I'm really excited now. I haven't looked at the Clousers yet. Like this, I just was trying to learn how to tie some of the, I guess you'd say classic saltwater flies. and I just mainly was messing around with it. I didn't have the highest hopes for it for some reason, because I didn't really see what bucktail really did in water. I kind of thought of bucktails like structural or something. No, it flows angelic, and this thing, it blew my mind. So I'm gonna tie it again with this short shank. I have finally like adjustments for everything that I've kind of tied blind, but every day I tie less and less blind, just making sure not to miss like tie fly streams. I do want to get some jig hooks though. I'm dying to tie some jigs. Use horseman before for streams. That's so cool. Somewhere I have, oh, another thing I want to, which I don't know how hair reminded me, but I'm glad it did. I have a big bag of casings. A buddy of mine had a farm out in an area called Loxahatchee, and the farm's gone, but it was neat. It's called Nugent, but unfortunately it seemingly turned into a hippie orgy, and that was a married man. Huge shame. But it just got flooded with memories. I wish I streamed then, that's for sure. But I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, he found me a bunch of casings for jewelry, because throwing a bunch before as tying, I was using peacock curl to make like tassels. Yeah, buddy, I just ran into him. And I remember seeing like lures, bucktail stuck out of them for but these I'll have to cut probably, but weight and pushing water, I'm really excited, and I got a bunch of them, so I'm sure I could ship them. I know I have more too, shotgun ones. I actually bought those from a yard sale, but I gotta dig them out. The other one is PVC. My dad did irrigation rather, because he's pretty dang retired, I would say. Shit, I did it again. I cut the craft fur and I wasn't ready. Can you tell I'm stoked? Like, I cannot tell you what throwing these in water did. Unreal. Because I was really just waiting to go to the beach, and then I was like, shoot, maybe I'll just throw them in the pool, which I'm gonna do that. I just still stuck in not leaving the room phase. The not leaving room phase of a huge life change, but that's okay. So let me grab 3. Maybe more. I don't think I'm gonna do this next time, but I pull it out. I don't pull it out like that usually. I pull it out way slower. So it doesn't kink. But then I tighten that. I don't know why. It ends up being a mess in the end, so I'm just gonna try to force myself to stop doing that. Why am I standing? Okay, so I think that's the plan. I think we got it. I might have to make the white or the light white. It seems to stay focused more. I'm just not. It feels like how do you say, the fluorescent lighting. You can buy baby blanket yarn. Oh, that is a good point. I've been meaning to get some of that too, because I'm at the age where everyone I know has a kid, and I don't have the most patience crocheting, so it is my time to shine in that department. Make like little hats whenever I have my like focus back. I really like crochet because you can make nets with it, like those reusable grocery bags. But you could do the same knot, which is just a chain stitch, strategic chain stitch, and looping it. Because you could do that with, someone recommended ice fishing, like braid, make a proper strong net. Shoot. I shouldn't have. Well, this stuff doesn't build up at all, so. I'm like in the figuring out stage always, so I don't mind typewritering it sometimes. Unless it's causing a bunch of buildup, then I'll try to go back. I did not tighten this enough. Clearly. I gotta get a proper head for it. And still looking for like a saltwater vise. My hands are filthy still. I've been digging around like in really, really old corners of I don't have a magnet detector, Jesus. I don't have a metal detector yet, but been doing a little digging here and there, because 1927, 100 years old, and 2 years, like, have to have a party, birthday party. Okay, so let me get this pinched on, because dubbing and I are not very familiar. I do want to get some of the tackier wax for dubbing. But watching the Paragons. I see the word all the time, but I haven't really said it out loud yet. I'm gonna trim this after this time. So the Paragons. Seeing the dubbing behind the hackle to help it like stay poofed out. I figured that might be good to do here. It doesn't go out too much, but shoot. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I really like handcrafts. I try to pick up on as many as I can. Needlepoint is another one. You get these yarn or these plastic grids, and you simply just loop yarn strategically, makes all kinds of dope patterns. I just found a book actually for free in a library, those little library boxes, and I mean, it's just architecture at that point. If you make 4 or 5 rather squares, you got a box, a really cool pattern. You could do designs. I have a bunch of old needlepoint stuff because I really like the look of it. So my hesitation is, let's see. No. That's it. Okay, I knew I was hesitating for a reason. I have no idea how you're supposed to grab this part though. Shit. I do. Don't tell anyone. Okay, so I'm gonna do that over. I feel no shame over brain farts, cause what the hell was that anyway? I don't know how I got in this body. So, when it does something dumb, is it really my fault? Don't think so. I do think I should maybe get a more hair, crafter hair. I don't want it too, you know. The no, oh, I forgot to save that. The dubbing from this, which is Pearl Flash Coffer. I don't know if you could really, yeah, and really nice and long. Found that stuff on the I must have the craftsmith, the beadsmith. I'm just kidding. I have a lot of random packets that say beadsmith on it. But the flysmith.co, a small business course, and freaking like engineered products. It's ridiculous. Alright, so I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm just gonna, because if I immediately put tension on it, it just moves the fur so much. Let us see. Ooh, balls. Oh, hey, what am I doing? We Gucci now. True rotary. I was gonna fold a piece back to see length. Is there any good way to trim this part? Let's see. Just wanted to get the uneven bits. Until I can figure out how to get it for that first wrap, and it's just gonna take repetition. So tomorrow for sure I will be going to get more hooks because I really like these ones. And before I forget, these are, you can only find 4 or 7 packs. Then 91.74, no problems. Very nice. It's that perfect shape. I've been looking for the shape for a long time. Short, like that stylized C is how I was remembering it. Oop. Dang. Well, no chartreuse for you. But that's okay. Let me just get some initial wraps. Use the tip. This is some golden intel. The bit that channeled, I'm sure most people here know the flysmith, but that is like the best classroom possible. I mean, there are no local resources that I could find. I need to just make a Facebook group called Palm Beach County Fly Tires to see if, you know, if you build it, maybe they'll come type of thing. And I don't know if that's necessary because I'm gonna put resin on it. How do y'all learn how to put stuff down in the same place? Is that something that comes with time? I wish I could set up a room like a surgery room, but instead of a bed, it's a desk. I throw some UV glue on it first, and then I'm going to get it in the bucket. I do want some curved scissors. I have an old pair of curved sewing scissors, and they're sharp, but I want some serrated if possible. One video that dispelled. Hey, it's a white bird. Oh, let me grab real quick. Dollar Tree has some really righteous chenille and the perfect size skeins. I believe. Is that what it is? Or is it Hank? I don't know. There's all kinds of names that describe how a fiber is wound. I got your name. This is probably the most organized my yarn will ever be. And embroidery cloth. I just found this stuff at the thrift store. It's like thick wax cording, so that's another thing I want to try. Let me get this in the landing zone. I have a slight idea as far as my little projects. Oh yeah, the macrame cord. But it's not bonnie cord. And I don't think it's the same material. Where's the chenille? What? Should I color? Well, let's see. Yeah, $1. Oh, I wonder if the glow-in-the-dark stuff made it. Okay. Alright. This is some Dollar Tree. And it's perfect because I went to Joann's and Hobby Lobby, and just the ones near me, they had really, really big skeins, because perfect for sweaters and blankets. So, I mean, huge. Seen them in bigger ones than yarn came in, but tons of vibrant colors. Got yellow, green, and it's gonna be ideal for the large saltwater flies for real. It is so soft too. $1.25. I forgot that they do that. And this, I don't think it's polypropylene or whatever bonnie cord is, and maybe I don't know what it is, but I know to look out for polypropylene stuff. But little similar maybe. However, I wanted to say it sinks, so not similar. I think it's acrylic. I'm trying to remember what the package said. But I do like doing macrame, so I have that in white and black. I have a hanger planned, but I really like the old school crafts. Alright, so maybe get this. I don't have any head cement, so I'm using the UV resin for dang near everything, which no complaints there, that's for sure. This UV craft stuff, I'm still gotta get the rest of the colors, because I'm really into this stuff. And also, I've got some AAAs, so at least my little light isn't dead. It's not the best. So I'm trying to touch the fibers a little bit, but not a lot. I really appreciate the intel, but Like if you ever wanted to actually learn how to tie flies, because I am learning how to tie flies. It's a really, really sweet stream. Every single person in it is a gem. And every day, besides Monday and Wednesday, I think. So I never really had a show I was excited for new episodes for. I mean, not since SpongeBob, so encourage, but pretty nice. And I'm gonna do the next one instead of putting the flash here, I'm just gonna put 2 pieces down the sides and some pearl flash, a little pearl, this pearl dubbing, long dubbing, because it's some murked out water, and a lot of these fish are trigger happy. Like if you walked into one of the tackle shops here, it it looks like a rave. All the teasers and skirts. So let me get this flat. I think I dropped a lot of the crap. Oh, see, I just never know what to expect. Okay, so let me move around. I think that tuft of dubbing almost makes it poof out a little too much, but oh, that's nice. So yeah, I think that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The crystal flash just too rigid. So I might also cut off like 2 strands if I can get to the base of it. But I really don't think crystal flash under fibrous materials will ever get old. It looks so scaly. So let's see. Oh shoot. Gone forever. Where's a razor? I might try to cut strands off. Well, let me do that when it dries a little bit more. I feel like if I cut 2 strands off, that'll be good, but I cannot drop any craft fruit. There will be a happy medium. I either have way too much or a ghost. But that's not a bad thing, because it's really a silhouette of flash. At that point, the too much of it. This has it feels like thicker fibers. And the what's it called? The craft store stuff. Really like thin fibers, I guess I'm trying to say. And that when on the flies I added way too much. It feels like a Play-Doh or something mushy, because it really bulks up and not good. This stuff is a treat. The flash in it is unreal. Okay. This is the stuff. So instead of that, I just put a little bit of that. But I probably won't. I do want to find some thinner crystal flash eventually. Like, softer, I guess. Alright. The other option is using hair tinsel, which is really flat. But kind of the same issue adding it to the center. Let us see. Somewhere I have pearl. I want more of the silver. It's so ideal. And the pearl. It's wild. One second. I forgot I didn't finish my pizza. I can't find a copy of the Blue Hair and Dive Companion, but found this on eBay for like $4. National Audubon Society Field Guide of North American Seashore Creatures. A lot of scrimps. And it's funny how your mind almost starts seeing hooks and everything. Like, not like hooked, but you'll see what I mean. Like, see this? Scud. And the scrimps. All the shrimps. Which, it's gonna be really nice having field guides, because keeping my computer screen on, or this and that, or just getting distracted. And reptiles and amphibians. Let me mute this real quick. This is a nighttime shirt of my mom's from the 80s. Chippendales. Alright. A little bit of familiarity. So, probably gonna tie through them all. I'll just get more. I think these were from Tuppence. They had a small section of these, like Ultra Points, which had these shape. They primarily have circle hooks, offset hooks, and but I haven't tried tying an offset hook, I don't think, and not too sure about it. And bait catchers, and oh, the 3407. There's ample of that. So could always get. Hey, David. Still trying to find a more permanent spot, but been looking for picture frames for a few reasons. A buddy of mine, I draw and stuff. Not like well. I just enjoy it, so I do it a lot. And so gonna make some unsavory beach scenes. Not unsavory. It's just I like symbolism a lot, so I try to like, cause again I can't draw, so there's sorts of other ways to get whatever happens on paper down, but been slowly learning how to color things in, and got everything set up. Just looking for a desk. Oop. A floor desk. Not too sure. It's just something for the like tail to kind of bleed into. Um, Maybe let's see. Doesn't seem to matter how much you try to plan through something. Since I'm gonna put some of that silver down the body, I'm just gonna make myself feel a little better by wrapping the rest of it. Just try to lock that in place. Oh. Still getting the hang of this vice also. He. And this is for the intercoastal right here. It has rained out pretty hard today. Again, all rained in, I guess. Shoot. I'm gonna hope that doesn't interfere. Whoops. I just want that out of the way to put some UV resin down. Looks too natural. Boon, I did. There's a shop on eBay that every now and then posts one for, you know, an affordable price. I kind of thought it was going to be refurbished or something, but no. Brand new in box with all the, like, oh shoot, I got some on the and thankfully I had pretty much the amount, like, same amount, saved up for it. There is one on eBay though that comes with a ton of materials for $3.50. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but it comes with a lot of materials. So I'd easily get someone started crazy. For that. Sorry, there's a mosquito. I haven't seen one in a while. Got spoiled. Oops, sorry, I don't mean to blind you. Oh, yeah, I need to make mob flies. I keep meaning to look up to see. There's certain things that, like, there would be no dang reason to tie it because it's like something that exists at like 3,000 feet. But I know people have, so I've been looking at, like, I think it's like the fringed worm. I don't know if I don't know where those live, but I see pictures of them a lot, and they're always wild looking. Okay, can I make this take long enough? Probably. I got some that resin on it, so trying to get it like very caught up with itself. Okay, that's gonna be covered anyway, but whoops, went way too overboard on wraps right again. Kind of want more pizza also. Have a lot of frayed ends that I've been trying to tie these last, I guess, 2 weeks. I can't even remember when I got back, but let's see. It's like a different town. It's crazy. And those have that have fished in this area probably know about the spillway. And there's a crazy big apartment building going in. But after like being a little down about that, because I was like, this is gonna get crazy. I guess it's gonna be like they're gonna have like boat docks and stuff, so man, that area's gonna get cleaned up, like, finally. It's one of the best snook fishing spots, and it's treated like it doesn't mean anything. It's even in the old, like, fishing encyclopedias and books in this area, or South Florida in general. Shoot, I forgot the holographic again. I hope that stays. And like this stuff, you really don't need much. These were really long strands. Super, super long. Oh man, look at that. Super long. So I folded them and put a zip tie over top. Gonna split this. This really don't need a lot. Moth. I'm trying to think. I wonder if that's too much. Ooh, a grandfather clock. Hmm. It sucks. I've been avoiding to playing guitar because like even the smallest calluses pulls on the thread, and it's the grossest feeling. Okay, I am making this all kinds of bumpy, but really trying to figure out a decent recipe for this tail here so I can make a ton of them and not worry about nothing. It's like this part Gonna have to watch it again. Well, it was pointless wrapping it. Too afraid to pull out at all. Oop. I do want to make a slopper. Circle silence. I do want to make a slopper. So I can throw some eyes on it. It's just gonna take a lot of repetition to make things click. Didn't realize that migrated so much. Let's see. Let me get some UVs in it. eyes are dry. Got a fan, cause gets gets really steamy in here during the daytime. She gets really steamy. Sorry, I don't mean to whisper, but still getting used to. I don't want to sacrifice a feather. Did it too much seep in there? Oh, shit. Where's it? These are, I don't know what they're called. I think they're duck feathers, maybe? They're from a craft feather bag, but it's this stuff. I don't know what it's called. I'd like to get some more. I wish you could feel it. It is so fluffy. It is wild and it's super aquaphobic. I think it looks like a duck feather, but I mean, I don't know where this one is from, but, and they're rounded. They seem round. Kind of like, say, like, how peacock herl is like a palm tree, palm fronds, but that bottom stuff is like, rounded like a foxtail palm. Let me get that. Yeah, I really want to get these down because this is a great way to coax people to take me fishing, and I don't like going empty-handed, and jewelry isn't everybody's thing, and neither is plants, but I gotta start from scratch with the plants. I hope that mulberry tree is still there. Sure the glue cap is still on it. Oh yeah. Yeah! That is so close to it. Like how I'm wanting it. Because right now I'm not so much testing the movement. I'm testing the where to put the flash and stuff. So the flash at the tail kind of splayed out too much, but tying it in the cheek helps it lay flatter. Or in my case here is what I've got so far. And the tiny little bit of that Tigo Fly long strand ice dub, beautiful. That's one of my favorite things to add for the bait fish because it's low effort, high reward kind of stuff. Believe it or not, too, the Tigo Fly, Amazon, I just run into it from there. And back when I was using someone's Prime, oh, how spoiled was I? Anywho, um, they had these little bait fish, very similar to like what I'm trying to get at. I gotta grab a picture and send it to those of you in that blessed chat. They are perfect. So it's kind of what I was trying to go for with this. Not the coloring. It's just the only long dubbing I had at the time. But this stuff is like carpet fibers. It's too rigid for the amount I put on. But that was a me error. And the Tiga fly bait fish. What am I talking about? I could just look that up. I saw it on an ad and I'm like, man, those are them. Yeah, I just saw it on an ad. I need to make an army of these. This is literally these I would like to make real bad. And it really just looks like a lot of, see how it's just like every bit of it is flash? I really need to this. I don't know if I should send a link or like a screenshot. Nice screenshot. I want to grab one slice of pizza, but it's like a mile away. I realize my clock would probably be a good let me be right back. I'm just gonna grab this slice. And where's the headlamp? Chaos. Where did it go? Is pitch. So, did I put it over here? Oh, I remember. Haha. I'll set the mic down because it's just gonna disconnect anyway. What makes you think of this? do enjoy pineapple on pizza. Mm. You know, brains. Okay. Oh, blinded myself. Slipped. Where's the button? Sweet. No complaints with the headlamp at all, except I keep forgetting it. Alright, so balls time. I'm wondering if I should set an alarm. What is a good alarm time? 6, 7. Trying to redo my sleep schedule. And I'll put it back on the desk so I have to run all the way out of the bed. Man, I'm gonna miss these hooks if I forget to go tomorrow. Oh no! Wait. Okay. Some places are closed Monday. That nice soft spot. Oops. Gonna try to not bulk it up like I just did. So maybe that means the ice gotta use the ice tub directly. Oops. I'll put some glue in after whatever kind of stripe it with, which could just use some of the white craft first, but just for that bar. There is a pink one that might suit this pearl a little nicer. It's kind of, I guess, like a confetti, so not that. The pack I found, or zeroed in on rather, on Amazon has some lime green. There's so much like light refraction and just a few specks of it. You know, I realized this could bleed in through the back just fine. Got uneven. You're hearing Jet like whistle in the silence of the night. It's so intense sounding. Like the whistle of a jet. Let me get a loose wrap. Good. It went for the lime green because the speckles of that light refraction is just unreal. And it adds a little color and noticeability. And the murked out. But you really can't see down there. So I do have to get a water bubble because I can't see. So I'm probably going to be using baitcaster because I need to learn how to rig a fly rod down. Directly, I would probably, I don't want to say it out loud, rigging the whole thing, but been looking for an 8 weight. That is what I see recommended for salt water. Editing. Tune. I just can't get over the dubbing that comes out of this. Pearl laden. Twofer. Really like byproducts. Alright. First. See. I think I snuck up on it that time. We must learn how to craft for bait fish. Because when you do get the proportions right, I mean, it flows gorgeous regardless, but don't want any issues fishing and setting. So, really want to get that down, because it's just wild to me that could potentially feed your family from craft fur. Craft fur, something so, harmless, like have a fur vest, cruelty free. And it's like not slay fish. Respectfully, and just the ones you eat, but I do think it's a little different here, because saltwater is I feel like a lot of people, excluding again, like saltwater fly fishing, very new to me, and there's plenty of fish that you cannot keep, so it is only catch and release, like bonefish. Ow! Shite! That was a good one. Sometimes I zone right out. I am almost done getting all the clothes hung. I don't have to worry about them for a while. Hanging all clothes I plan on wearing. Man, the head on this one sucks. should have pushed it back a little more. Maybe this is the one I'll try to add eyes to. I got little eyes. I don't know why I just went back in. Like, whoop. Dang, I probably had enough room to do marabou feather. I'm not going on this one. They all have to have one different variation so I can gauge what's right for the application I need it to be right for. Okay. And this is UV Craft. You can find it at uvcraft.com. Don't know why I remembered it as US Craft or something. I forget. Looked for it for so long. Cause I really see a lot. Or for months before I was able to scoop some up. Heard nothing but good things. It's one of my favorite tools because you can use it to tack stuff, make eyes. Had me a good time making eyes yesterday. So I'll have to add the pupil on some. Oh yeah, another one I want to make is, this was an attempt at a dirty hippie, but too much material, but I did like the color combination. And kind of messed the head up a lot. And this, don't really know what I was thinking there. But I haven't seen it swim yet, so rag on that idea, I guess, after that. Okay. So, not a dark color. I think I need it to be the pearl or just the few strands of the silver. But that's alright, because with this one, I'm coloring this one. So this one is about to be perfect. I might color it orange, because that'll bleed in with the pink nice. And I might do it while it's still wet, so it has a chance to bleed and become less splotchy. I was thinking about that, because I have Sharpie. Okay. And if, when I do go to drag these around, if they don't, or if they're not looking right, or if they're not swimming right, I'm just gonna take them off the hook to retie them. Because trying to zero in now on proportions and the actual movements. Now I got a bucket set up. So I'm really excited to try to keep going. And there's a lot of things like get held up by not wanting to make mistakes or waste materials, but like, you know, so much there is a lot of waste in learning it, and it's not waste, is it? I'm gonna use it for Christmas ornaments or something. So, but yeah, I was always running out of something, whether it be glue or hooks or feathers, but that is a part of it. And one of the funnest parts for me to begin with is the finding the materials. And sorry, there's a piece of fluff in my eye. Oh, it's dubbing. Is finding the materials, because you need to stay engaged in life, like especially to stay learning. And I love nature documentaries and stuff like that, but there is something different about tactily engaging in what I consider human heritage. Is really the only way I can figure out how to describe how I view it. And I would say like textiles, human heritage, of course, recipes and cooking, agriculture and gardening, human heritage. Like every human in race and culture is engaged in this, and so there are no complete open world, free to explore, and has its healthy drama too, which great. This is not the crafting community. Holy crap. You could ask somebody what kind of glue they use in the crafting community. So if you ask, like, in the fly tying community, they'll be like, I'm using this, but, like, this is my favorite, or I wish this or that. A bunch of information, worth more than gold. Crafting community, yes, I'm salty, and not just because... Anyways. You ask someone what kind of glue they use in the crafting community, they act like you are asking them for rent, their first child, to give up their secrets of life. There's not a lot of note comparing, and there's not a lot of, like, I wouldn't say piggybacking, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, a new fly is, you see fly designed in any freaking year for hundreds of years straight, and there's flies that look almost identical to each other, or flies that someone started fishing again after like 100 years. It's so like open source, if you will. Blows my mind. And in this day and age, that's hard to come by. It got a little rough out there for a minute, and I don't like getting yelled at that much, so started avoiding a lot of groups, and groups are one of the most productive units, I feel like, because you could house many different thought types, and my personal favorite reason to exist is, like, as a human, is ideas, but I think we're kind of like a super organism, so it's just oddly weird. I've always been able to tell you like what trends, like fashion trend, just something mundane like that as an example. And trends, I know they say like it's filtered through one fashion house or like whatever they say. No, I think it's deeper than that, because there'll be like global responses, and I know it sounds mundane, but we have to wear clothes, and you choose what you're wearing, unless you're wearing a uniform, but and that's like the first impression, and nonverbal, and a way to it's like as a individuality marker or something. You know, we don't have spots. Or I guess we do, but anyway, clothes are important. And you can see like 1920s to 1960s. There's clear identifiers there, and a lot of that's responses to. I totally forgot where I was going with this. I think about clothes a lot, but yeah, you can see clear patterns and whatnot. So I think that's why gatekeeping is really detrimental to humanity, even at its smallest. And I don't mean like you're giving like your family secret recipe out, or you know what I mean, like stuff like that. But the choke on sharing information has been a not fun time in like the general crafting sector. But you know, is what it is. Yeah, this room is really dark, so I always instantly start falling asleep. But let's see, maybe I have another light now, too. Oh, bad. Oh, hello, beautiful pizza. I did not want ham on it, though. I'm a little down about that. I don't not eat pork, but I do avoid it. Only because it's like, I mean, all the pork products are super processed. Besides if you get like pork bun, like slow cook it, but you know, store-bought ham and bacon. It's all good stuff, but all the time is no bueno. I really like beef, pineapples, green peppers, and if I had a choice, onions and black olives, but they went a little overboard with pricing per topping. I don't understand. So, man, you want the pizza of your dreams nowadays. It's like $2-3 per topping. Even if it's black olives. And they only put like 5 on it. It's always a disappointment. It's really good, David. I do keep forgetting to lock the... Here, let me zoom out. Because I really have to find a wire to test these before I tie anymore. And Sharpie. To find a Sharpie. That one? Oh, I guess it's all the way out. But I do keep forgetting to do that. But I keep grabbing this. The lever was at the butt of it on all the other ones. A little dark. But I want to get the proportions right really, 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 really bad. And these are the first goes at tying just one clump. Usually I do the tail thing too, and I'm usually tying on a longer shank, but did find these recently, so have some shorties. But I need to get a wire and look at them, because might need a little bit more here and there. And ones that I didn't push back enough, and splay too much, I'm probably going to use those to practice with eyes. And I'm just going to use these glitter eyes I made forever ago. But I gotta let them dry. That'll be the perfect size. But I gotta dry. This pink one though, I really gotta figure out where I put my Sharpies. Maybe I'll just do a pink one. Because I think sharpening it wet will help it bleed a little more. Because it gets a little splotchy when I try to Sharpie it dry. I do also have red fabric dye. Just thinking about that also. I don't know how some of the materials will hold up to boiling, but I don't. I guess I could just put. They have different colors. So. Love YouTube videos. I appreciate that. Yeah, I want to get another mic for the Vice, because there's some nice sounds with the thread. It sounds like, I don't know, like an instrument sometimes. Let's see. Let me put some of this stuff away. Reset. Because the next ones, I'm going to be making some super algae-y. Do y'all say algae or algae? Did Al say something inappropriate, or does Al like clarified butter? Said peacock eye from High Ridge. We do have a ton of peacocks in Florida. Trying to get a buddy to adopt some. There's this street called Periwinkle Lane. Be prime peacock spot. Too much material, but it feels so good. Pink and red. I really gotta try to give that a go with. I want to ask though, because I gotta get a video of going through. That looks like a flare. Ooh. One day I want to make bridal hats. It's been a long time dream of mine. It's like a firework. But yeah, so obviously went a little hard. But I want to get some feedback on how to go a little bit more proper and strategic with the proportions and planning of it. See, there's 2 marabou, and then a tier of flash, 2 layers of craft fur, and a ton of flash. I know it's too much, but I know there's also a better way to tie it, and that's exciting. Well, it's like an awkward time. Sunset's not gonna be for a while. I mean sunrise. I don't know what to do. It's the first time I haven't had any form of like animal or anything like that. Even when I went to like try to move to Colorado, I had a rabbit. Which there's a macaw. I was thinking of adopting. He's 28 and he's in Jacksonville. I actually found him quite a while ago and he's still there. But then I thought, like, would that be distressing for a bird to see like a bunch of bird parts? Probably, right? Trying to think of like something that I can home and like go places. And eventually I am going to adopt a dog. I'm hoping that they relax on renting with animals. 80% of people have dogs or a cat. I forgot what the percentages are. Jesus Christ, I sound like an idiot. But I was watching a thing on the rent laws changing, and the landlord or the person that was narrating, the person who made the video was urging landlords to stop being such pricks about pets. And he's like, humans are more destructive to property than pets. Sometimes, or something like that. I forgot what he said, but he brought up some good points, I think. I'm really just watching anything during the day. I just let it play whatever it wants to. I have it on like a radio. F-O-L-G. Okay. I always wonder that when I go to say it. I don't know where I hear algae. I hear it a lot. Or I used to hear it a lot. Because algae feels right, I will be real. Algae feels right. Algae kind of reminds me of like when people say Target instead of Target. Just another, I don't know, another pronunciation. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there's a ton of words rather. I don't know, my mic's dead, dying, that I just don't say out loud that much. See them in print all the time. Don't say them out loud. Sometimes like I don't pronounce things. I say things as sayings. I say sayings, a lot of sayings, R's backwards. Like, obvious. Yeah. Carl. Oh. Man, someone just asked if I had a website, and guess what? I don't. My website was shut down. So I'm trying to find a web hosting. Worst part is, like, I knew that was gonna happen, and I said as much, because, and, of course, I just don't know why I say, like, not gonna do that, and then do that. So, my website is down, which was ragebaits.com. I wanted to take some screenshots before it went down because I knew, spite and stuff is a real thing, so that's why I don't mess with it. And I avoid it as soon as I feel it, because it's like little knives or something. It's bizarre and makes life not that great. So avoid all that. Jeez. Life, See, as far as I'm concerned, I have this life that's and a bunch of mystery. I have one life that I'm absolutely unsure of. I have one life that I'm absolutely sure of, is what I'm trying to say. And I try to make every moment last as long as possible in a totally healthy, not OCD way. Yeah, every day life gets shorter. But on that note, I'm gonna watch some. Shoot, what's her name? I can't stop watching her videos. Not the Jamaican preacher. Where is she? She's great too. I love that woman. Because, see, I try not to border any thoughts because, like, humans have been here for a really long time. So, even down to religion, like, when I study different religions, I say study, but when I, like, look into and, like, just explore other thought thought styles. There's so many overlapping patterns, it's ridiculous. So I think that's why it's really hard for me to get into like politics and stuff, because I'm worrying about a grain of sand on like a freaking actual planet. And it all seems so like set. And I was talking to a friend about this the other day, because, and to be totally blunt, their form of activism seems to be protest. Okay, showing it protest, great. Um, traveling the world, also great. But like reposts and like posting like dead bodies and stuff like that. But they're Buddhists, and it's like, don't you think that causes suffering? Well, the suffering like here, like this and that. And it's like, why don't you find an individual to get money to? Because man, you're posting on your friends list when everyone's suffering hardcore, and if someone responds to it, gets chewed up a bit, really intense, witness a lot, and but I found that is the best way anyway. PayPal, it's gonna sound like an ad, but PayPal makes it really easy to do fundraisers. Easier than GoFundMe, because the money just goes into the PayPal, and then you can send that really easily to anyone with PayPal. And like, for instance, been following an artist in Haiti for a really long time, and nobody I know has donated to any of the PayPal ones. I haven't done one in a minute, but that's my point. PayPal promotes it through their app, and with zero effort, because effort takes time and a lot of people don't have time. You could raise money for an individual, and it's a lot easier for individuals to get fed, especially if you find somebody you could be in correspondence with. And this could be anywhere in the world. It could be in your own state. That like maybe is already part of the community in one way, like Mario's an art teacher. Because when they get money, it funnels a lot more human. Like, you could give it to a fundraiser, and like, well, like a cup of rice shows up 3 years later, um, after all the like private jets are bought, I guess. They just always seem really dirty. But if you find an individual, you can give them money, and then they buy a bunch of food. Their family's fed, and like, then it trickles outward like that. And yeah, because there's some places where, you know, like even a few bucks is like astronomical, which You know, I always have wanted to see Haiti in person. It's a real shame that it is just imploding. I haven't heard much about it on the news anymore, but if you follow the Instagram that I have linked in my That's Mario, his art is wicked. Followed him years before the political unrest, and before the earthquakes. And it's just been one thing after another, and he's still just like painting and wood carving away. Cool as paintings, and yeah, definitely worth following. It's wild existence, and don't know how he stays really so busy. He had a school full of kids and all ages doing wood carvings and had a big family, but it's pretty much trickled to nothing or crumbled to nothing. And you know, somebody like that, I view that as pretty vital to a community, because kids have to have something to do and somewhere to go, and especially like in dangerous areas where they can't just play in the street and stuff like that. Fortunately, organ harvesting is very real. But anywho, hope everyone has a beautiful night. Rage baits indeed. I I think you've said that before. I think you've said that before. uh, uh, I'm in a state, because, you know, it's been a rough, like, last few years, really. Like, a really last few months and a really last few weeks. But, yeah, I don't want to say anything. What the hell, man? I don't know. But, on that note, tight lines to the end of time. And I will get these craft for bait fish down eventually. But I have to dig for some Sharpie and color this and probably finally pack my box. I think I wanted 6 or 7 things to bring out, and I got plenty for that, so hoping. I can't see why they'd be fine with me fishing there. My friends get like, no, you'll totally fish in the pond, the golf course pond. I don't want to get arrested. So, yeah, still trying to find the little spot, but I'll have the bait caster, hopefully. I have a floater. It's a little chewed up, but sentimental. It was chewed up by the gators. I do really miss the gators, but one day I'll well, probably during the winter start hitting the gut pile again. Great Wolf, I really appreciate that. And if they said that like formal. I remember because I didn't hear the end of it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I don't want my channel deleted, so I can't really say anything because that stuff kind of freaks me out. But I think I'm a celibate lesbian now. I seem to like fish. Yeah. I don't think I'm ever gonna leave my desk again. And unless it's a swim. I'm It's a scary world out there, y'all. So, in the words of an old friend of mine that went by the name Weasel, be good to yourself and others. I think, yeah, I think it is. That. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow. And if there's any flies, I'm probably going to be sticking to bait fish. So I'm looking for more bait fish configurations. I still haven't gained the courage to tie a flat wing, which that's got to be done. I got to remember to ask about that too, because man, they're stunning. And the technology, I guess, behind it is the wing or the feather being on its side. Alright. So, like this would be at regular, and you know, it does its thing. But on a flat wing, it's tied flat. So, look at that. I don't know what's taking me so long. I really need self-presenting bait fish. But just don't wear fake eyelashes. A long time ago, I had fake eyelashes on. A friend needed someone to stand there in clothes to take pictures, and they did my makeup. This is back when I used to smoke cigarettes, so I was hanging out the window, and my eyes, I couldn't keep them closed. I wonder if there's footage of people skydiving with fake lashes, and I'm just now thinking about that. I couldn't keep them closed. It was like a cartoon. It was one of the funniest feelings and looking things I've ever like 10 years ago though. But they do come in handy here. I've seen a few pictures on forums of fake eyelashes being used for legs, all kinds of stuff. Real stoked on these. They flow so nice. It's ridiculous. I probably have to, let's see. Forgot about tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to go over to my parents' house to start moving boxes. I really don't know what to do with half of the stuff. I could see the stress forming on my forehead. I don't know what to do with this stuff. I got like tea sets and shit, like trying to keep any kind of functional antique, like washboard, candlestick mold, stuff that serves a function too, binoculars. But like my dead stock and stuff, I think I'm gonna try to do eBay for a minute again, which no complaints there. I love selling on eBay a lot. And now that I'm back next to a post office, it's possible. And yeah, gotta get rid of it. Clothes I'm not gonna worry about. I think it's all gonna fit, so I won't have to worry about that for months. And that'll be easier during the winter anyway, because half the stuff is polyester. So and yeah. Man, I'm bummed out though. I didn't leave enough room on any of them to add a marabou. I just know if I tie one now, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm a little tired and very hungry, so happy dreams. And feel free to find me anywhere on Facebook, Instagram, all the regular stuff. Do have a Discord that I want to start doing that again. Maybe making a group chat. It's hard to respond sometimes, but I'm getting a lot better at that because I have my phone on ring and as night and day. Because I don't know, just average out dangerously close to venting, so